What is going on, YouTube? How is y'all day today? Y'all day is good? That's what's up. So, I wanted to do, Throwback Thursday. And, I, wanted to do, like, I had, I'll say, on like 3 different occasions in my life, an elevation and spiritual awakeness, if that makes sense. But my first one, I was maybe 10 or 11. I was about, yeah, I was 10 or 11 years old. And I remember how it started. Like I was, uh, I was on my mom's computer, and for the past couple of days, I would see a video about the Illuminati and the devil and 666, all that. You know what I mean? All those crazy things that was on the YouTube and whatnot, which probably got removed now. But I was like, yeah, 11 years old. So, um, it was crazy, right? So like how it started that for a couple of days I would see these videos, and then like one day I just clicked on it and I saw it. And now, people think that spiritual awakening is like perfect when it's not. It's not perfect at all. Let me tell you that. It's not perfect. It's scary. It's really uncomfortable and unsettling, but if you're willing to go through that journey and you're willing to go through it to elevate yourself, then you will. You just got to be okay to understand that it's not going to be a perfect ride. It's never. So it was around it was a weekend. So it was like late at night. Maybe like about 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. I called mom, hey, can I use your laptop? Yeah, sure. She made me lose my laptop. And I put the headphone jack in and I'm listening. Right? I'm listening. And then all of a sudden the video pop up, and I'm listening to it. I'm on the couch and I'm just like, yo, they telling me all the crazy things about what they do in the industry, and just, it opened my mind to a lot of different things and how I think about life at 10, 11 years old. But it's like I wasn't really how I am now. I wasn't as woke or as like, what I mean? It was just happening. So I wasn't like, I mean, man, this shit fake. But the more I started to watch it as I got older, I was like, yo, this shit actually kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. And then that's when another spiritual awakening happened when I was 15, 16, where like when you find out that you're a God within yourself, and then that's a universal God, the world is an illusion. But if you think the world is your reality and that God is an illusion, then you have not found yourself. And that's where I was finding myself. And I was finally finding myself. And I'm still am to this day, but like the progression of how it started is when I was going through the music industry and how they're fucking finicky and they will kill you if you tell the truth and expose them. Then went from that to child trafficking to pedophilia to sex offenders, and how that all ties into the industry, and spirit cooking, how they, babies and all this other shit. Like that stuff was in my head. But it didn't really kick until 16, 17. And then I started to reflect and like, yo, I really had that awakening when I was like 10 or 11, but I neglected it at first. And, now at 20 years old, looking back 10 years later, a 10-year-old should have never been exposed to that type of technology, but let alone that type of shit that you expose out there on the media. And I've been watching YouTube and doing YouTube videos since I was 8 years old. You know what I mean? Like, this is not my first YouTube channel, but this is one of the channels that I want to grow and, you know what I mean, really flourish. But that's besides the point. But I'm telling you, like, that's when it happened. And I reflected and I was looking back. I'm like, yo, that shit really crazy. Now I'm 20 and I'm, you know what I mean, I already kind of like know what's going on in the industry, and I'm, you know what I mean? It's like, bro, what else? You know what I mean? So it's just, it's crazy. It's insane because it just popped in my head like a couple days ago. It popped in my head like a couple days ago, and I was like, yo, like, that's crazy because there's a lot of people like me around the world that had that same thing happen to them, but not at the same time, maybe. But for me, bro, it was like, you know, it was like every other couple years I would have some type of like huge awakening or like huge like realization about something, and it would, you know, it would aim me towards learning more about it. And when you start learning about these things and you start educating yourself on things that wasn't exposed in schools, that wasn't exposed through the mainstream media, because everybody was enslaved to depend on the media and the news outlets and all this other fake shit and propaganda and the CGI technology and the HARP and the CERN and the Project Bluebeam and all those other crazy things that was going on. I looked crazy amongst other people, and I was tired. I saw this quote. It said, the more you know, the more sad you are. The sad you are because you want to change the world. You have so much information, yet it only is going to click with a lot of people because they're so, you know, they're asleep, they're bots. And, you know, it makes so much sense because it's a controlled opposition. It's a controlled opposition. So, you know, it's tough because a lot of people are hypocritical and they say Epstein didn't kill themselves, but when it comes to a virus and all the other shit, you don't protest, you don't confront it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because they control you. So if they can control you, they're gonna rule out in the next 5 years digital currency and artificial intelligence is gonna be owned by, like, everything is going to be controlled and owned and mastered by artificial intelligence, if not something more powerful. But for example, take it upon as like iRobot. iRobot is the true definition of where the world may go if we do not change it or help it. Despite that he was artificially intelligent and also intelligent organically as a human being, he was one of them. That's why he had the ability to change and go into to that main building and destroy the mastermind. If you watch the movie, he destroyed the mastermind of the whole controlled opposition, which caused the robots to go against humans who were still humans, organically human, and kill them, beat them. You know, it's a mass genocide. That's pretty much what's going on even right now to this day. They're using artificial intelligence to track people, to control and manipulate them and kill them, use their organs for them, also stealing and trafficking. It's a whole method to how they do this, you know what I'm saying? So yes, this is a very entirely different video. Throwback Thursday, but I'm still gonna talk my shit. But this all kind of ties into my spiritual awakening. I'm just letting you know. So don't be afraid about the spiritual awakening that you have. Don't be afraid of having a realization of that the world that you thought was yours is not yours, and the world that you have in your head that's not real. It's all an illusion. Create the world that you see and that you feel is real to you, instead of what has been told to you, taught to you, and what you've been reading in these books. Some of these books are false. So you have to find the real truth, and the truth is in the books are from people who actually was front line and they created these books. George Orwell, George Carlin, like these people, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep in mind. Sometimes words that are told to you are so comforting lies. They sound just as good as the truth, but sometimes the truth actually needs to hurt you more than it does the lies. You know what I'm saying? Just like the news. The news can tell you the truth, but the news can tell you a comforting lie that sounds like the truth, but the hurtful truth is they all a part of that agenda. They are just a scripted event that's controlling us, and only are downplaying Donald Trump, knowing that he's playing his role. Joe Biden is playing his role as to being the good guy, because this is the part of their agenda. This is a part of how they do to control opposition, right? But I don't need to say anymore. You should get the picture by now. But for anybody that's watching, tune into my videos, watch my previous videos to get, you know what I mean, some information or whatever. I'm not somebody that's gonna tell you to look up and have links and shit. Do your own research. You know what I mean? Whatever I'm telling you, don't just instantly go off of what I'm saying. Do your own research. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to believe what I'm saying, do your own research, and then you say, okay, he's right on. Okay, cool. Because a lot of people disagree with what I say. Some people agree with what I say 100%. But either way, still do your own research. Gather your own thesis. Gather your own information, and you tell it to people that can understand from your point of view. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, I'm out. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Thanks for tuning into this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tune into my live streams. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to knock out 2 live streams a week. So, yeah, man. Doing a live stream tomorrow afternoon, around 2 or 3, maybe. Or probably later than that. So, if not 2 or 3, maybe like 8 or 9. You know what I mean? Just doing the cruise and chill or something like that. Or something entertaining. I don't know. Maybe doing something different than cars. Probably some, you know what I mean? Some Call of Duty. But, yeah, man. My Instagram page is a.cole. That's my second page. It's a.cole_. Then you got my YouTube page, is 888ibn, just like my YouTube channel, __. Then you got my Snapchat. I'll be forgetting sometimes. It's so long, but it's Rizzy Boy Rah Rah, RIZZYBOULRAHRAH. No spaces. You can add me on there. You can tune in there as well. You know what I mean? I don't really post much, but you can add me on those. I do talk to people. I'm active on my social medias. My Twitter page is GHVSBVY, Ghostboy. You can tune in on there as well. You can hit me up on there and tune into my social medias, man. And you can hit me up on my YouTube channel as well, man. So, I mean, it's a great day outside. Don't let this pandemic stop you from going outside and catching nature. This is also a part of why they don't want you outside, because they don't want you to catch nature and get those information and the oxygen that you truly need. That's why they're trying to destroy Mother Earth, because China is flooding right now. They're not saying anything right now yet, but trust me, it is. You know what I mean? It's a big crash that's going to come. It's the Great Reset. So before it gets good, it got to get really bad. But on that note, I'm out. See y'all on the next one, man. Peace. Stay positive.